folks. I'm bringing the guys on right now. How y'all doing? What's going on?
Doing good.
You guys are good.
Yo.
All righty. I don't even know if that intro really worked because I had a background on. So I don't. Did you guys hear the intro, or were you like wondering what was going on?
I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah,
Okay, so I heard it on my side. I heard the intro, but I don't know what happened. So whatever. We're all new. It's all new here. I mean, we're trying to figure it out with the whole intro thing. I'm trying to get a video clip to go with this thing, so maybe I can figure it out and put some
What's
kind of
up,
video.
Pittsburgh Steeler in the house?
Hello, how y'all doing? So, all right. So, I think we'll talk some baseball.
Wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go.
We're gonna go baseball. Get this baseball free agency stuff going away. Man, where do I start? Corey Seager, no longer a Dodger, MVP, World Series MVP, champion, Rookie of the Year, one of the greatest shortstops they've ever had. Here's a problem: he's a Scott Boras guy. What do you know about Scott Boras guys? They're all about money, 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 money. So they don't care. They can say they want to win championship, but he signed a 10-year with $325 million contract with the Texas Rangers, who were nowhere near the playoffs last year.
I got one that's
So
worse.
that's all about money.
I got one that's worse than that one.
Who do you got?
Who willingly signs with the New York Mets? Max Scherzer?
3 years, $130 million.
Sorry, big boy. Sorry.
You want look.
We could
Also,
the Yankees could have had both. They would put the money up. We got it. It's the big
also a Scott Boras guy. So Scott Boras there's no Scott Boras. Okay, so you all remember that movie Jerry Maguire? Obviously, everybody watches it, right?
Whoa.
Jerry Maguire was based on two agents, Scott Boras and Drew Rosenhaus. Because those two, if you're an athlete, you want one of those guys as your agent because they're gonna get you the top dollar of all top dollars. And that's what Max Scherzer, Mr. Dead Arm. I wasn't even mad that he got signed. He can go to the Mets all you want. Good luck in New York, buddy. But I was a little upset because we lost Corey Seager because he went to the Rangers. I'm going to be really upset if Corey Seager somehow gets Clayton Kershaw to go with him because Kershaw's a Texas guy, and there's rumors that he wants to be at home with his family and take his kids to the school and stuff like that. So he maybe want to go home. I really hope he stays a Dodger because I really want him to stay a Dodger. But I get it; it's a business. Those are the two big ones I saw. I also saw Javi Baez get a 6-year, $40 million with the Tigers. So the Tigers are tired of spending money this year. But also, I got to think about what the Texas Rangers are doing here. So they spent $325 million on one shortstop. Then they spent another $175 million on another shortstop, Marcus Semien. All this money for two shortstops. They play the same position. I mean, maybe one play. Corey can't play second. I'm sorry. If you want to think Corey can play second, he cannot play second base. That's why he was the shortstop and Trey Turner was second.
So what's in relation? What's in relation between shortstop and playing, say, middle or left?
Well, shortstop and second base, if you know they're the same, you take the feed differently. So in a double play, a shortstop pitches it to the turns are different. So if you're not used to making that pivot turn from second base on a double play to go to first, it takes a while to learn. Yeah, they're both middle positions.
One coming across the body.
One's easy. I mean, if you're pitching it to to the shortstop. He's just catching it and throwing. It's one fluid motion. With the second base, you got to catch it and then turn, pivot, and then it's easier. You get taken out a lot. Well, you used to. I don't know about anymore. Another thing I saw was Edward Rodriguez signed a 5-year with $77 million with the Tigers. So the Tigers and the Rangers are actually doing something this year. The Dodgers aren't. The Dodgers right now, there are reports that they're going to re-sign Chris Taylor, which is a good deal. But there's also them and the Yankees are the front runners for Freddie Freeman, with the Braves maybe getting that hometown discount. Now, I like Freddie Freeman. I'm really worried with this. I don't like signing these guys though because they just for some reason they fall. And I don't know about you. I mean, I could take them, especially if we're not gonna get Mac Muncy back. But what
you
about
mean like
you,
the
big
Joe
boy?
Kelly signing?
Yeah, but what about you, big boy? You a Yankee fan?
I'm a Yankee fan. Oh my gosh!
You taking Freeman?
You know what? Yes, I am taking Freeman. It's the Big Apple, baby. Always, it's a money thing. It's a money thing. We win, but we win with money. The more we make, the more we can spend, the more dollars we can get. But I'm really mad at the fact that we're not using some of that money this off season. I mean, I understand why some of the bigger budget teams aren't, because they're looking for that new contract with the CBA and whatnot, with the networks. But still, you got to strike while the iron is hot. We had a team that made it to the playoffs. We got bounced out disappointingly in the wild card game. We could have definitely used Corey Seager. Could have definitely used him. Could have used a good pitcher and Matt Schwarzer. We could have used some of them people, but we didn't go get it. And now we got a little bit of emptiness in our cupboards right now. We got to stuff it with something. We got to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? We got to put on a show and get some dubs out here. We ain't doing that if we ain't refilling everything. That's just how I feel right now.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they're not the Yankees of old where they used to spend money. I mean, they're trying to build this farm system up, trying to bring back. It's kind of they're trying to get back when they used to have what was it 96, 97, the Jeter and Posada era where they homegrown guys and won a championship. I mean, the Mets are spending more money too. I mean, they signed Sterling Marte for a 4-year, $78 million contract. So the Mets are doing something. We'll see, but we'll see if we even have a baseball season because there was talks today, 7 minutes in, and it looks like there's going to be a lockout. There's going to be a strike. They're going to go on strike again for a new CBA. It's going to be kind of hard because you're an owner and you just spend all this kind of money and you're trying to get the players to like take something else, take less money, or figure some stuff out. So we'll see what happens. I think we're in for a long lockout. I just hope it's over by March, but I wouldn't be surprised by the middle of this week before Christmas. They're gonna say we are locked. We are on strike. No talks. No more signings. No nothing. This could be a reason why some of these teams, some of these players, have signed now, so they don't get caught up in all this mess. So we shall see what's going on with it. That's a little bit of baseball. Just thought I'd throw some baseball out there before we get to the hottest topic of all time. Now, big boy, you're gonna have to be the mediator on this one.
Yes.
Because I am not a Detroit Lions fan.
Neither am I.
No. I am not a Jared Goff fan.
Neither am I.
However, he is not the reason they're 0-10-1. And there's somebody on this show that has been bad mouthing this boy
for weeks.
So I said, for weeks on weeks on weeks, I said, that's it. We are starting with this. But That can't be 40 minutes of Jared Goff versus Jared Goff. I'll say it and I'll say it again. If you have an offensive coordinator coach, you get high numbers. If you give a defensive coach, your quarterbacks don't do that great under that system. Okay? Jared Goff's had 3 coaches. Jeff Fisher, defensive coach.
And special teams.
Okay?
Amazing.
Sean McVay, offense, all offense. Dan Campbell, I believe his name is. Okay?
Offensive coach.
Defensive coach.
Offensive coach.
Not offense. Why I say that?
Coach.
What did he say? We're going to eat him, and we're going to smack him in the mouth, and we're going to do all this defensive stuff and stop him. He is
when you
not
smack somebody in the mouth,
coach.
Is that a defensive act or an offensive act?
That's a defensive act because you hitting them.
It depends. No, that's an offensive act. When you come out and you run the football, you smack them in the mouth.
He is not, in my eyes, he's a defensive guy. Okay?
If you ask me, what side of the ball is better for the Lions right now, the offense or the defense? There goes your answer.
Okay. So the defense is better. They play better than the offense does. Well, especially that quarterback.
All right.
I know he's going to think of that. I should have.
QBR, he's 32nd or 31st in the league. I think I'd have to double check.
Jared Goff in 7 games with 7 games with Jeff Fisher has a 55% completion rate for those 7 games and the rest of the season. Almost 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 7 picks. Not bad. That's his first year. In the half of okay. Now, this is where I go crazy. This is where I start. Sean McVay, he gets a 62% completion rate. It's 28 touchdowns, 7 picks in 15 games. His first year. Now, you want to know Stafford's first year so far in 11 games? 3,300 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 picks, 66% completion percentage. So just about right there with Jared Goff. In my eyes, the Rams didn't improve by getting Jared Goff. They stayed the same. Same thing with the Lions. They didn't improve. They stayed the same. They're pretty much equal. They're equal. Would I want to build a franchise with either of those 2 quarterbacks? Heck no. But I'm with this. I was talking to Big Boy. Jared Goff is average to almost above average quarterback. He's pretty consistent. In 2018, he had a 64 completion in the 16 games, almost 5,000 yards, 32 touchdowns, and 12 picks. In 2019, 63%, almost 4,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 16 picks. And I believe that's the year that 2018 is the year they went to the Super Bowl. 2020, 20 picks, 20 touchdowns, 13 picks, still a 67% completion, almost 4,000 yards. Where in this, and compared to what he has now, he's probably looking at another 35 to 4,000 yards. It's not his fault. If I go to the Lions, the way the Lions have won, a week 3 lucky record-breaking kick that beat them from the Ravens. Defense should have stopped them. Well, great kick. Week 5, another field goal by the Vikings. Both games, ironically, 19-17. Steelers, then kicker misses the kick. It's a tie of all ties. The Browns, defense can't make a stop. They lose. The Bears, how do you drive on this team on Thanksgiving? You make one stop, you win the game. Not Jared Goff's fault. That this team is 0-10-1. You have the floor, 2 wallets.
Okay. I mean, that sounds a lot like your Baker Mayfield argument. I love all the numbers you threw out, but I'm going to use your own lingo against you. This is a What have you done for me lately, League? Is that not true? Yes, it is. And I'm so glad that you brought up everything.
Yes, I took my heart.
And I'm so glad that you're like rooting for this Cal grad to just go in there and do it and be awesome. He's not that awesome.
I didn't say he was awesome.
I want to look at what he's done. He did pretty well under Sean McVay. He did terrible under Jeff Fisher, and now he's got another offensive coach who's offensive coach. He's coached
is Dan Campbell even a
for
coach?
The last, I think, 7 years in the NFL. Tight end coach, offensive tight end coach, assistant coach, interim head coach at one point, and then head coach now, and I forget what else he did.
Never a coordinator, right?
No.
Okay,
but he's not calling plays.
That's what you need. You need to get a better play caller.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Sean McVay, awesome play call. But this goes back to when I say coaching matters. But at the same time, when you see on the field, when your head coach has said that he's worked with you, calls you out on live TV, that usually is supposed to motivate you. Ever since then, he's not really done anything great. And I just want to really hit on this one point. Quarterback rating is 29.3. He's 30th in the league.
Okay.
He's supposed to be better than
QBR.
that.
The QBR is an overrated stat.
Okay. You said he's going to throw for like 4,000 yards. Okay, so far, he's thrown for 2,280. That's not bad. But again, 2,280 in today's NFL where everybody's passing, he needs to be up to par with at least the other quarterbacks. He's 24th in yards.
Well, look where he's at. That's his average. He's only going about 40. His highest was 4,688 yards. So it's not like, I'm not saying he's going to have a 8,000 yard passing, or I'm just saying he's right there. He is average, an average quarterback. An average. You have him below average. I have a problem with you having him below average.
But okay, let me ask you this. Before I hit to my next point, you say he's average. So you're telling me that there are 14 quarterbacks in the NFL right now that are not better than him?
Yeah.
I would love to hear who those 14 are.
Yeah, there's 14. I don't have the research, but there are 14 people. There are 14 quarterbacks. Because just because your record is 0-10-1 does not mean that your quarterback is the reason why they lost.
When Matthew Stafford was there, they didn't do all that bad either.
And
how about we take last
Rams,
year?
And look at the Rams now. The Rams,
yeah, weren't they Super Bowl contenders 2 weeks ago?
Ever since they got your boy Beckham, they've.
Hold on. Yeah, you okay? Now we're talking about something we agree on. We cannot talk about OBJ when I don't like OBJ. OBJ has had 3 good years in the NFL. Other than that, he's been terrible. Not terrible. Terrible.
But maybe Matthew Stafford is exactly what he is. Average quarterback. Maybe he just had a couple good games. There's film on him now. All of a sudden, dropping. His numbers didn't improve. His numbers right now through 11 games are on par to be the same as Jared Goff's the first year. The only way they get is because they got a better defense than
27 touchdowns and 9. Oh, wait, the Rams got a better defense in Detroit? How many points did the Rams give up last week? Do we want to go there?
I'm saying the first year Jared Goff was. I think the defense is better with
talented.
The Rams have with Stafford. Talent, yes. I'm talking about paper. I know games ain't written on paper, but this is what I'm saying. For on paper, the Rams have a better defense than probably since when the Rams won when they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Patriots.
I actually think that the Rams do have a better defense in Detroit. But again, we're not talking about all the deficiencies in Detroit. We're talking about Jared Goff.
But they didn't improve. They're the same. I'm just saying that take Jared Goff, take him, put him back in with him. He's probably the same way. Give him a better coach. If he gets a offensive minded coach, an offensive mind, not a tight end coach that coach tight ends. I'm talking a guy that actually does play calling. Give him somebody else, and we'll have to come back to this segment. And I may or may not agree with you when it comes to his numbers. But for right now, what I see in my eyes is they're both average. You can take the back of the name off both those guys, and who is who. All right,
I have a slight disagreement.
big boy.
I definitely
ahead,
disagree with that point.
Ah.
For those people, because now you sound like Colin Cowherd, Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford are nowhere near the same quarterback in talent,
The numbers,
in understanding the playbook, going and improvisation as a quarterback, which we see Dak, Russell, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. His improvisation inside the pocket is almost genius. And I know you don't hear me say that about Tom Brady, where he's a genius, but Tom Brady went from 9 years ago having horrible footwork to having genius footwork. Oh, and this was after a conversation I had with Tom Brady. So you cannot compare a guy who's literally way better at everything you do. He reads defenses better. But let's just say this. Coaching matters. He had pretty good coaching out the gate. Whether you don't like Jeff Fisher or not, that's neither here nor there. And then you throw in Sean McVay. You should have learned something in those years, something that Matthew Stafford never got. How about this? Let's see what Matthew Stafford does when he improves on what he's already been as a talented quarterback. He's only had one good coach in Detroit. One.
I understand that.
And he doesn't have a job right now, and he needs a job.
He ain't going to get a job. I'm looking at the numbers, though. The numbers compared. All right. Big boy. That's why we have you here, your mediator. What you got?
Half the time y'all talking about complimentary football. Let's face it, the Rams have way more compliments than the Lions do. The Rams have way more talent than the Lions do, which will show up way more consistently than the Lions do. Not to say that the Lions don't have talent. They usually hang around for most of the game. They just don't know how to get over that hump and win that game. Which brings me back to the coaching. Because sometimes I'm looking at them playing, it's like, are they even executing this in practice? Because it didn't even look well put together. It really didn't. I don't know what the off-court offensive coordinator is doing, but sometimes some of the plays that they call just ain't ready to be out on the field yet. Do what you know you can do. And lastly, I feel like Matthew Stafford could throw the ball a lot better than Jared Goff. You got a quarterback like Jared Goff, you need him to get the play action going. You need his confidence up. You need to get some easy, quick throws down the middle, some dump offs to your halfback. He ain't throwing outside the numbers past 10 yards deep out the gate. No, that's what he needs to work up to throughout the game. Matthew Stafford, he can improvise. He can get the ball where it needs to go on any given play. If he sees an opening, he is going to take it. Sometimes it's a bit of a dangerous gamble, but more times out of not, he can make a completion as opposed to an interception. That's what I have to say about that. This segment is adjourned.
All right.
Just one last thing since we're done with Jared Goff. Since you were so keen to talk about my boy Matthew Stafford, who's in the first year of a system, mind you. Last year, with the same talent he's got now, he was 26 touchdowns and 10 interceptions in a system where they had a first-year quarterback. Do you see Jared Goff getting at least that this year?
We'll see. I'm just saying right now, Matthew Stafford is is average, just as good as.
He's already got 27 touchdowns.
How about we make it interesting and put a case on who get the most yards?
He better not take that bet.
You could do touchdowns. You could do completion finish.
Touchdowns and yards. How about that?
Oh,
he will finish with more touchdowns and yards than Jared Goff. I don't see Jared Goff finishing the season. He's already been benched once. I mean,
I got a giant
You
white.
can't green light it if he's scared. You can't green light if he's scared.
I'll do the yards.
Yards and touchdowns. I'll give you touchdowns too. Yards and touchdowns. He won't beat him in either this year. And that's with now he's got OBJ to deal with. He's still going to beat him in yards and touchdowns.
He's not going to beat him in touchdowns. I won't take the touchdown bet. I think Stafford's going to beat him in touchdowns easily. He got 7 up.
I think he's beating him by like 14 now. So 7. I mean that's a lot.
7. He got 17. He has 17 already on him.
17 so and Matthew Stafford has 27. So he's beating him by 10.
27. He's beating him by 17. Jared Goff only got 10.
Oh, okay. 17. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But the yards, I'll take the yards. I'll take the yards.
Matthew Stafford is at 33-16.
I'll bet you a half a case on yards.
Big boy, are you writing this down? Or are you? Look, I got a green pen just for the occasion. I'm going to green light it.
Once again, a half a case.
Where's my book?
Oh, so that means it's accepted.
Half a case.
Yes, half a case.
I want my 8 Gatorades. I don't want 4.
You're getting 4.
Half a case.
Okay. All right, fine. I'll do a full case. You give me picks. Because I think Stafford throw more picks than Goff will the rest of the year.
Oh, a double green light.
That's just not fair. We got more opportunities to throw them. Actually,
come on.
Y'all have more opportunities. You know what?
You scared?
I bet you a separate case. No, I'm not. I bet you a separate case alone that Jared Goff throws more picks than Matthew Stafford by the end of the season.
I'll take that.
Okay. Woo! So a case in the case then.
That's a beautiful green light, people. Yes, it is.
Fine. Now here's the catch. I win the interception part if he gets, benched. Why?
Because at least the Rams have something to fall back on. That's apparently
let me see.
Talent.
Last time I checked.
Oh, wait, but didn't the Rams didn't the Lions just pick up another starting receiver? Josh Reynolds? Throwing the ball a little bit more?
I'm going to say this right now.
We can do a little bit of a recap.
Look, we got we will come back. What is this? Week 13. So we'll come back week 16, going into the last week of the season. When we preview week 17, we'll come back to this and see where we're at. Deal?
So you're saying in 5 weeks we'll revisit where we're at on both these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last week of the season, what's that? Week 18, week 17? We will figure out where we're at. All right. So let's get into some other.
Yep.
Let's get into some other topics real quick. Let me hit the button.
Why the Cowboys gotta be like this? Why the Cowboys gotta be like this?
So Cowboys. What is wrong with the Cowboys? Up and down. Week 9, lose 30-16 to the Broncos. Week 10, they destroyed Atlanta, but who hasn't? 43-3. Week 11, we're Victoria, not online. Lose 19-9 against the Chiefs. Then lose 33-36 to the Raiders in overtime. What is going now? Before the obvious, yes, I know you have players out. I know you have players out with COVID. But what is wrong with them? What is wrong with the Cowboys other than the fact that they got their plum players are out? What is wrong with Dak? Why aren't they running the ball?
Well, during this time of season,
they couldn't run the ball.
During this type of season, when your running backs are not 100% healthy, they don't get the right amount of carries that they normally do.
One running back isn't healthy. There is a running back in Dallas that is pretty healthy.
Pollard's not healthy.
Oh, is it better than Zeke?
He's dinged. He's hurt. He's not injured. There's a difference. He's dinged. He's not injured.
I mean, it's just week 13. Everybody's dinged up.
Running backs based on speed can't it's hard for them to be dinged up when they're speed backs. He's a scat back.
I'm just saying
it's hard for
Name one NFL player right now that's not dinged up in Week 13.
Who's on the bench?
Ben Roethlisberger. He's not dinged up.
Who
He's just
hasn't?
being Ben
Who hasn't?
Roethlisberger.
Who hasn't played other than the ones that haven't played? You know what I'm saying?
To me,
So, anyways,
I feel like the Cowboys are still doing their thing. There's just only been a few games where they haven't reached their average of around 30 points a game. To me, it's all about the defense. The team lives and dies with the defense. If they don't get takeaways, they're not going to win the game. That's how they win the games in the beginning. Yes, the offense was prolific, but they was getting that ball to the offense at all times. And that's how you win. Creepy. No way. That's how they was winning. That was their blueprint, was to make sure that you was on the sideline and Dak was out there slinging the ball, and which he did with extreme efficiency. If they could get takeaways again, they could get back to winning games again, because they're going to get their 30 points a game, hands down, play around. That's just what I feel is happening with the Cowboys. That, and when they get healthy again, those receivers, that's a duo. That is a duo. You are picking your poison who you want to guard. That's it for me. I'm on that. I gotta see them 2 times a year. I'm on that.
2 wallets, you got anything?
If you're averaging 7.1 yards a carry and you only get 7 carries, something's not right. That means you're either stuck to, situational football, or physically you're just not able to take the full load, which Pollard could not do. Oh yeah, and he averaged 7.1 yards a carry versus that Chiefs team. 3.6 for Ezekiel Elliott. I keep telling y'all, he's not that cat that we saw at Ohio State. I was never an Ezekiel Elliott fan anyway. I'm sorry, man. Any dude who comes out on draft day with a half a shirt on, I'm not rooting for you. He act like he had abs out the game. He was just out the game. He got paid and he's played worse every single year. That doesn't change this year. I'm sorry. I can't be a Zeke fan. I wonder what happens if you put Zeke on the lines. Do they get any better?
Maybe.
No.
I don't know. They had the best running back of all time in football, and they let him walk away, retire early.
I mean, they
with
an O-line.
Barry Sanders is. But, I don't know if any of our viewers ever remember watching Barry Sanders out.
But let's talk about 2 teams that are hot right now.
Not mine.
2 teams that are hot. And we'll get to your team in a minute. In the AFC
Giants?
East. AFC East.
The Raiders?
You got the Patriots. AFC
Raiders
East. East.
Oh, East. Oh, I thought you said West. My bad.
East. The hot teams, the hottest 2 teams in the East right now.
Oh, wait.
The Patriots,
I called that.
6 wins straight. The Dolphins out of nowhere with 4 wins straight.
Yeah, I know. I called that at the beginning of the season, man. You can't be calling me during the show asking me if we're talking about what I picked at the beginning of the season. I already told you. Let me call you back. Yeah, I picked that.
You picked the Patriots to win 6 in a row?
No, I picked New England in the postseason. Now they're top 3 in the AFC.
Okay, but they're not in the postseason yet. So we'll come back to that when they get there. My question to you is if you look at the teams they beat, how really good are they? They beat the Jets. They beat the Panthers. They beat the Falcons. Those 3 teams I'm not quite sure about. I mean, who hasn't beat those teams? The 2 teams that I'm really looking at is they beat a good Chargers team at the time. And I mean, they destroy your Titans. But at the same time, your Titans were missing like half your team. So can you put the Titans as far as can you put the Titans as a where do you put that game at? Do you put that in the Dolphins or do you put that in with the beating up the Browns, the Panthers, and the Falcons, or do you actually put that in where you beat up a consistent team? Yeah, I know you guys are number 1 in the AFC, or you were leading the AFC, but I mean, you've been falling since. You got no AJ
Injuries.
Brown, no Julio Jones. Ryan Tannehill can't get any protection. You got no running game. So where do you
And
put
it's funny
that
because we ran
team?
for over 250 yards against New England, and we still lost like that.
Right. So I don't. The Patriots are good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. Still don't see them winning this division. Somehow, some way, Buffalo will find a way to win this division if Miami does not somehow sneak up. Because I like what Miami is doing. They beat the Texans, who hasn't. They beat the Ravens, which is a big win, and then of course they beat the Jets and they beat the Panthers last week. With Panthers, okay, so maybe Miami's turned that corner now. They trust their quarterback. They got a great defense. They got a good offensive line, or decent. Well, I won't say good offensive line. Average, a little below average defensive line, offensive line. They got a good running back. They got a great tight end, probably number 3, next to Waller and Kelsey, maybe.
He's not that great.
And Gesicki, he's really
the two tight ends in New England are better than him.
So, but you guys let
both of
them.
Yeah, I didn't want to let him go. Tennessee let him go.
So,
and the Chargers shouldn't let go of Henry.
I still don't know if the Patriots are actually win this division. I'll come back to it. I don't know about them to actually find a way to win this division.
I'll take 2 cases on that one. Green light it right now. Because I've been calling it since the beginning. I don't believe in Buffalo. I'm sorry for you Buffalo fans who will watch this or is watching this. I don't believe in you. Your best running back is your quarterback.
Are they next on the schedule?
Well, here it is.
Got 3 good teams.
Let's show you. They got the Bills. They got the Colts. Don't sleep on the Colts.
And the Bills again.
And they got the Bills again and the Dolphins.
I see the Patriots going 2-2.
And even if they go 2-2, where does that put them? 10 wins, right?
So and the Bills, they have the Bucks. The Bills, that's all they got. If they can somehow beat the Patriots twice,
okay,
somehow. or not, or even one, even if they split, the Bills got the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Jets.
And the way the Panthers play, you really, really believe that they won't lose one of those games.
I really do believe, because the fact that who the Panthers have, your boy Cam Newton is
no, don't say my boy. I told you Cam's not a quarterback. I've been telling you for years. Cam is one of the best running backs in history.
It'll be running back Josh Allen versus running back Cam Newton. We'll see what happens. And I'll
hold on now. Allen. That's not fair. That's not fair. Josh Allen is a quarterback.
No. You said your best running back.
Yeah, I said the Bills' best running back is their quarterback. Right. That's not Josh Allen's fault, because Josh Allen plays quarterback. When have we ever seen Cam play quarterback?
Technically,
he did it 1 year, and then all the rest of his career he ain't did it.
Technically, when I look at the depth chart, it says quarterback number 1, Cam Newton.
Really? Because if I'm not mistaken, Walker might start this week.
I'm just saying his number. Number 1.
Yeah, that's his number. That doesn't make him the number 1 quarterback because his number.
And he's a quarterback. He's still on the depth chart as a quarterback. Be it 1, 2, 3, or I don't care. He's still.
His name should be Slash.
So, no, how dare you disrespect him with that name? He's not Slash.
I'm sorry. Cordell Stewart could play quarterback.
All right.
Like I said,
I'll take a case on that.
Yeah, I'll take a case. Green light it.
Green light that case. I like
green light it. Because I've been calling it since you like Buffalo. I know you have. You've liked Buffalo for 2 years now. Even though when you guys dog walked them in the playoffs.
I said they're going to get 2 wins in the next 4 games. One of them is going to be off of the Bills. And I think the Dolphins might play spoiler and get them a loss just before the playoffs.
Wow. You guys have no faith in my boy, Matt.
Speaking of which, the Dolphins. Don't sleep on the Dolphins now. They got the Giants, Jets, Saints, Titans, Patriots. So don't sleep on the Dolphins.
So you're saying they're going to run the table?
I'm just saying, what are they right now? They're 5-7 right now, right?
Yeah, you're telling me they're going to run the table, and they're going to get
Bills
to
are
10-7.
8-4.
The Dolphins
I'm
always
saying
been a pesky team.
I'm saying that the win they could possibly get 4 wins, maybe 3. Yeah, I'll say 4 wins.
3-2 is more believable than 5-0
I'll say
or
3.
4-1.
I'll say 3-2. I think they go 3-2. I think they beat the Pats. Somehow they always beat the Pats in my home. I think they beat the Saints, and I think
they already beat the Pats.
They beat the Jets. I know at home. They were on the road, so at home week 18. I think they beat the Jets, and I think they beat the Giants. So if they somehow, depends on what Titan team shows up.
So you don't see Jay Cutler Jr. shocking them?
I think 4-1. I think they can go 4-1.
So you don't see Jay Cutler Jr. shocking them?
No, I think they go 4-1 because
I'm not there yet, but I think I might take you for a case on that
4-1
on that New York versus Miami game. I'm not there yet.
I actually got them as my game of the week.
Say that again, big boy.
I think they got
them as my game of the week. I'm sorry if I stole it from you, unfortunates. But I got the Giants versus Dolphins as the game of the week.
I'm with that.
All right, so
especially now with this conversation, this is definitely the game of the week.
Yeah, 2 teams trying to figure out how to win.
Because Big Chief just tried to throw your Giants under the bus. I'm right.
So it says right here. John Patrick Gordon basically said the Washington football teams won this division.
I picked Washington to win this division. I'm never gonna bet against that coach.
Look,
never.
They got the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Cowboys again, the Eagles, and then the Giants. Now,
games.
And their best defensive player is out, and they're still competitive.
Yeah. So
that's one team I wouldn't want to play.
They're 5-6. If I look at the Cowboys record right now, the Cowboys are 7-4. They have Washington. They got the Saints just on Thursday.
Saints tomorrow night.
Ooh,
then they got the Cowboys. Then they got the Washington. Then they got the Giants, the Cowboys, the Cardinals, and Eagles. I think the Birds teams beat the Cowboys. Okay. I think I think the Cardinals do, right?
Yeah,
because they're gonna have something to play. They're gonna have something to play for.
Arizona's trying to keep it staying at top spot. Yeah.
Okay. Right. And the Eagles are looking to play spoiler, and they're only 2 games out. 3 games out.
Let me look at the schedule, man. I was trying to stay on this Cowboy thing.
Eagles are 5-7 right now. They got the Jets, Washington, Giants, Washington again, and the Cowboys. The Eagles get their butt together. They might win this division. So Mr. John Patrick Gordon, it's like I gotta say it's about 35% that you guys win this division. I don't know.
Okay, let me just hit this real quick. AFC East 8-4 versus 7-4. Patriots versus Bills. You have the Dolphins somehow sneaking up. Okay, I'll give you that one. Ravens. Have we seen how they've played lately? And the Bengals are creeping up. Okay. Next, Titans. Not only do they own a 2-game lead on the Colts, but they beat them twice when Tennessee was healthy. They own a now 3-game lead over the Colts, and they're 2 games up right now. So that's 3 total games. 8-4, 6-6. And then we get to your West. 7-4, 6-5, 6-5, 6-5. I'm not one of those people who think that division is wide open. I said that Denver would finish 3rd in that division. I still feel that way. But I did say that I still feel that I did say Oakland. It was on accident. But I do feel that Vegas could win this, get in 2nd in this division. I think I had the Chiefs winning like 13, 14 games. So I have the Chargers falling, even though that's my son's. Yes, I'm sorry, X. Even though that's his favorite team. But that's only because their offensive line was rated at the beginning of the season exactly where it is. Now, this is why I'm circling around to this point. You guys have talked about the Dolphins like their offensive line is trash. They were rated in the top 15 before the season, and somehow they went to the worst. The only thing that's changed is they got healthy. So seeing Miami play this way doesn't shock me, but I still see them missing the playoffs. I don't believe in Tua and that offensive staff and that organization all mixed together. I'm sorry. I said it before the season. I'm going to stick with it now.
Okay.
So you saying Miami's going to go where they're going? I don't see it.
I said that they could play. They could possibly get there. Now, I have a little girl that is in love with the Dolphins. So if they get the playoffs, she's going to be ecstatic. You know, but I'm just saying that the way they've been playing lately is good. Well, Big Boy, what you think?
I think that they are definitely playing for spoilers. They trying to give out some else to some teams that I don't think they're gonna catch them from them. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, but I do think they could spoil somebody's chances in the playoffs by messing with their positioning on the field.
Well,
okay. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say, I tell you what, too, Wallets. If the Dolphins somehow make the playoffs, me and you aren't going to hear about certain somebody. Our
Oh my gosh, I will. I might have to change my phone number.
All that trash we talked about Tua. And if they make the playoffs,
it ain't changed.
I still like Tua.
My story has not changed. I like Tua. I don't like Tua in Miami. That ain't changed.
Right, but
that's not gonna change.
All right, so
okay, so quick rundown of the NFC, real quick.
Yes, talking about the NFC because this guy.
Yeah, he said Green Bay's year. Okay, this is the reason why I'm doing it. So Cowboys at 74, Washington at 5-6, and on a 3-game win streak. The Giants are gonna spoil somebody's year. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know who it's gonna be, but the Giants are gonna mess up somebody's year, and I hope it's Miami's. Just saying. Packers, Minnesota is terrible. They're not great. They're terrible. Thank you, baby. 4-7 Bears, they're terrible. Detroit Lions got a Jared Goff problem. You don't agree. That's fine. Buccaneers are 8-3. Me and Big Boy was talking about that. There was at one point where this team was on, a 4-game winning streak? Then they came back from the bye and they're up and down. But Saints, I don't see them finishing at the bottom. I still see them finishing around 500, which they always do when they have injuries. This is even when Drew Brees is on the team, and it looks like the same team without him. Arizona, I think, is the shock of the NFC. And if Kyler comes back, teams are not going to know how to deal with him if he comes back healthy. I think that's the reason why they just been letting him sit out. I was like, you know what? We might as well just let him sit out. Because we've had this argument with McCoy about Colt McCoy. That dude's a starting quarterback who just doesn't have a team. And a coach that believes in him like that. I'm sorry. Everywhere he goes, he looks fantastic. He has up and down game. He's better than most people give him credit for. If you give that guy a system and time, like some of these other franchise quarterbacks, if he looks like these 6'5", 220 quarterbacks, he would get that time. But because he's a shorter guy with a average arm, but the knowledge is there.
Okay. Broncos.
So you talk about your West, NFC West. Are we going to talk anything about the 49ers?
Yeah.
They look like they might have turned it around. I mean, they beat a Viking team that is contending. They beat a Rams team that everybody had the Super Bowl. They destroyed them. Of course, they beat the Jags. It's going to be interesting to see. Could they possibly not play spoiler? Because I don't think they're going to catch the Cardinals. But can they find their way into making the playoffs? I mean, they have the Seahawks, which they should win this game.
I think Joey might be frozen.
Joey gonna be frozen. They're 3 games back from the Cardinals, but they're only 1 game back from the Rams.
Wild card. They could slide in
Wild
there.
card. Because I'm looking at the playoffs right now, and if the playoffs were to be today in the NFC, they would be the 6th seed in the playoffs, right? So I like him as a wild card. I'll take him. I wouldn't be shocked. What about you?
I can see them making it, but I don't see them winning a game in it. I say whoever sees them, they're gonna get some good reps out of the players they want to see some reps out of. They might even experiment some plays on them. I just don't see the consistency there on their style of play and how they want to win the games. I just don't see it manifesting this way in the playoffs. I don't see them flipping that switch, so called. I feel like if they do make the playoffs, they are bouncing on right on out. They're going to get a nice little early vacation. I see them in Cancun. Let's go.
San Francisco.
Do you think? Yes. Do you think by any chance the way the Rams have been playing the last few games and the way the Niners have been playing, could the Rams find themselves out and the and the Niners in? I mean,
when the LA Rams signed OBJ, they officially became my non-Super Bowl team. They're no longer super for me.
Okay, so
it's that serious for me.
All right, so right now, as I'm looking at this, they got 3 teams coming out of the NFC West for the playoffs. 3.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Do you see 6 and 5 flopping? Do you can the Niners catch the Rams? They're 1 game out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be an interesting game in 2 weeks, and not this week, but next week. I think next week, if they can somehow beat the Cincinnati Bengals next week, we can talk about that. I think they're going to be
right the Rams beating the Cincinnati Bengals?
49ers.
Ooh.
Because the Niners got Seattle this weekend or on
that's a win.
Weekend. That should be a win. The next week they have the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Talk about game of the week.
If they can find a way to win that game, yeah, that might be an automatic game of the week. But
Man,
speaking of games of the week, speaking of the games of the week, recap a little bit from last week. I got 2 games I was looking at, and I was like, man, I can't believe it. One, obviously, it was the 49ers beating the Vikings, because I was like, wow, I didn't see that one coming. And 2, what is going on with the Colts? What is going on with the Colts?
They got one of the best running backs in the league. Well,
right. They have the one running back in the league, the best running back.
And that offensive line has been good. They've been top 5 for the last 3 years.
But who won this game or who lost this game? 38-31, the Bucks beat the Colts. I'm liking the Colts.
Who won the game? The Buccaneers 38, the Colts 31.
I understand that, but who did the Bucks?
Who won the game? Gronk won the game.
Did the Bucks
got over 100 yards? Every time they needed go ahead. Sorry.
Did the Bucks win or did the Colts lose? That's my question.
The Bucks won.
Mm-hmm. Did the Bucks win this game or did the Colts lose this game? And you're gonna be like, what does that mean?
What does that mean? I know what that means. That means you're gonna blame another quarterback I don't like. Who actually I think is better than Jared Goff. Carson Wentz threw the game away, yes. But the Bucks came back and started to win.
And then also, is there a HBO factor? Because I've been watching Hard Knocks. They are on HBO. They are on HBO. They are doing. This is the first time a team has let them film throughout the season. Mm-hmm. And they do preseason ones. This is the first time they get a real full. Is there something? I mean, is there something else? I've been watching a couple of games. They had Leonard and they had his wife or girlfriend with his kid. They're at their house and they're doing all these crazy things for Hard Knocks. And now, I wonder if they're going to save it for the show. We all seen Hard Knocks. We all know how it goes. They all want to play for the camera. Is there anything in there that possibly, because they've had some leads in some of these games that they lost?
And who's their quarterback?
Okay, but it's not always the quarterback. They got the best running backs ever. Mr. Running Back running the ball.
Yes, John Taylor's one of the best running backs in the league. And we also talked about that division having running backs. I get that. Right.
It's not
So
just their quarterback.
Why are you shocked? They have a great running offensive line. They have a great running back, and their quarterback is terrible.
I'm just saying they had a lead against Tennessee and they lost it, and they lost that game. They had a lead against the Buccaneers and they lost it and they lost that game. Right? And they went away from it.
They had another lead and they lost that one too.
They beat the Bills. They beat the Bills. They beat the Jags. They beat the Jets. And I mean, but they had the lead against Baltimore and they lost it in overtime. So how good are the Colts? So basically, that's one of my games I'm looking forward to. I was looking at last week. I was really shocked. I was hoping that the Colts would beat the Bucks. I was really hoping that the Colts would win. And I was shocked and I was surprised that the Vikings lost to the Niners. Do you have any games that you guys are actually looking for? I had an off week. I had to watch a bunch of football because the Chiefs weren't on. Do you have any games from last week that you guys were looking at that you guys were like shocked at the score?
Two of them. The first one was the comedy show of the Browns versus the Ravens. I don't know what happened in that game. Baker Mayfield started hot, ended off cold as ice. He was making some throws that was like 10 yards away from the receivers. I don't know what happened. And then half of the throws that he did make to the receivers didn't even want it. Just flat out dropped it. He said, nah.
Against Baltimore or no? Against Baltimore?
Against Baltimore.
Okay.
No, against Baltimore.
Baltimore.
And that's your second game.
Well, Lamar Jackson must have forgot he must have supposed to be throwing the ball to his teammates. 4 interceptions. I've never, ever seen too many. I don't think I've ever seen a game where somebody threw 4 interceptions in one. I know y'all have a lot more football history than I, but I've never seen that happen before. That is a phenomenon in my book, an absolute aberration of a game. I would like to see something like that again, low key. And then the other one was the Bengals versus the Steelers. I did not think I was going to see the Bengals go in and slap the team like it was nothing. They did their thing. They dominated the ball 35 minutes. They did it.
That's what happened. That's what they happened.
I want to answer your question with a question. You didn't see Cincinnati beating Pittsburgh like that? Who's the only team this year who tied a winless team? Pittsburgh.
True.
I'm just saying. They're not that good. And their quarterback, I've been saying it for about 7 years, he's not good either.
I know they're not that good, but are they that bad to where they can lose 41-10?
Yes. Nobody's going to follow behind a guy who places blame on other teammates.
I mean, he had 263 for a touchdown and 2 picks. I get you. But they couldn't run the ball either. So.
And their number 1 pick was a running back. That shows how bad that O-line is.
What about you? You got any 2 games you're looking at that you were shocked about? Oh, wait. Yeah. Did you give your second game?
I was I was a lot of shocked when I saw 36-33 overtime and Dak gave it up. But then again, I don't know why I don't know why Vegas is winning games. Like, I don't even see the point. Even though I picked them second, it was with John Gruden, but D-Jax is in Vegas, which D-Jax is better than OBJ. I don't know what to expect from Vegas. Even though I picked them second in their division, I don't know what to expect from this team without their head coach and with a bunch of new targets. And then their running back, I got him at top 10 in the league. I'm shocked by Vegas. Like, that's the one. I still don't get it. And then I know you guys aren't going to think, but it was an unfortunate bowl. I'm still trying to figure out how Atlanta got by Jacksonville in Jacksonville 21-14. I don't know why. I mean, even when you look at it, if you didn't see the game, 7-7-7, and that was enough to beat Jacksonville.
I think I might know the answer to that.
Yeah, please. Like, is Trevor Lawrence as good as I think he is, or is Jacksonville's talent as bad as I think it is?
That's the talent.
Okay.
I just feel like the Falcons have that one X factor player in Cordell Patterson who can make it work for them. Jacksonville needs that guy.
Yeah, and when we talk about Atlanta, I know he's not going to get Coach of the Year, but that team is terrible, and he's got them beating all the teams that they should beat. I was one of those people who was who questioned the Bengals for hiring Smith as their coach. Now, this dude is from Tennessee, so I know a little bit of his history. I'm still kind of surprised that they play well. Like, they're not really out of any game. Big boy, I think we talked about this. I mean, we were both shocked after their beginning losing streak of the season that they actually started playing pretty good football against teams that they should be playing pretty good football against. Yeah. I think that coach is better than their talent. I just want to put that out there.
All right. So we'll go quick because I want to get to a couple things real quick. You guys got any games that you're looking forward to this weekend?
Yeah.
By the way, Rashawn says she's looking forward to the Giants.
That's my game.
Yeah, that's all of us right now.
Oh. So what else? What other games? Anybody else? I got a couple here that I'm looking forward to.
You go with your couple first.
Since Sunday night, obviously I'm looking to see how well the Chiefs can respond back because the Broncos do. Because don't sleep on the Broncos. They've been. I know you don't have them finishing that well, but they've been playing some good football since they let go of Von Miller, and you wouldn't think that the team that got Von Miller would be losing, and the team that won't let Von Miller go has won 3 out of 4. So, and beating two good teams in the Chargers and the Cowboys. So that's one game, and the next game I'm looking forward to is the Bengals and the Chargers because I'm curious to see if the Bengals can actually score that many points, or at least 30 points or something like that against this Charger defense.
They'll score at least 24, 27.
But I want 30 with both, and I also got to look at seeing where Herbert lands as far as the quarterback goes. So those are the two teams I'm looking forward to. Do you have any games you guys are looking forward to as far as the Giants, besides the Giants and the Dolphins?
Big boy, you're up.
That's one team I'm looking forward to. Giants fan is a big game.
That's the only one you're looking forward to?
That's the only one looking forward to. I got my day off at another job just to make sure I can watch this game.
Yeah, I'm off 3 days. I can make sure I watch all the games.
Highly invested.
What you looking forward to Wallets?
We both are in agreement. Bengals and Chargers. We do realize that this is the Chargers season on the line because if they go 6-6 in that division, Bengals are going to be ahead of them. But then again, my preseason picks, I had the Chargers on the bottom. I thought LA as in the Las Vegas Raiders. I said that wrong. I thought Vegas would be a lot better than most people had them because I trust in that GM and that coach coaching football. I kind of want to stick in that division, but not that game. How about we go with Jay Cutler Jr. here versus Philly? That defense has shown up in certain spots and not shown up in certain spots. If the Jets can beat Philly 5-8, then they'll be playing the role for spoiler because their team is good enough to play spoiler, but they're not good enough to be in the postseason. So those are my two games.
All right. So other than that, real quick, college football going around. Big
Lincoln Riley.
Okay, hold on. Before you get there, big win Okay.
Michigan. Sorry.
Mute you real quick.
They did their
All
thing.
right.
Michigan did their thing.
Michigan did their thing.
Long time.
About time. I was happy that they won. I was actually upset because I missed the game. But what I want to talk about is that Bama versus Auburn game. Okay, that is some craziness. I love that 2-point conversion rule. I mean, you do 2 overtimes, and then you're gonna go to 2 of the then do the 2-point conversion. So I love that. I didn't get a chance to see the full entire Bama Auburn game, but that did not disappoint. That's probably one of the best games I've seen in a long time. First time in a long time. First time they ever went to a overtime in this rivalry. It's probably not as big as far as like a shocker like it was the picks or the field goal 6 where he missed the field goal and they ran all the way back for the touchdown. But this game alone was those 2 quarterbacks gave it all they had. You know me, I was really wishing Auburn would win just because I don't like Bama. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to some of these conference games. Michigan, Iowa is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon, Utah will be good. I don't think Alabama, Georgia is going to be that good. I think Georgia's going to beat them, and I beat them pretty good. So those are the games. What are you guys thinking? Yes, Lincoln Riley goes to USC. Big whoop. We'll see if he even stays there. He pulls a Starskeesian and actually goes to the NFL. Somebody hire him as a coordinator.
Is that why you don't like Alabama? Because he just left Miami and went to Alabama for a surefire good job?
No, I don't like Alabama because they're always there. They got great recruiting, and I just it's just like back in the day when you didn't like the Patriots because they're always there. I like to see new people.
I didn't like the Patriots because of Tom Brady. Everybody calls him the golden boy. The only thing he's golden on is fooling everybody.
I'm saying in general, like I like to see new teams. Not every team in the Super Bowl every year. Not every team in the top 4 in the conference. Let some of these lower conference guys have a chance to get in.
They want to get in. They got a ball to get in.
That's not going to happen until all the small teams get together and make a super conference. Some smart dumb guy is going to have to do it.
Right, but the problem is Cincinnati needs to be in this. They need, even if they should beat Houston in the American Atlantic Conference, your AAC team.
AAC, I know.
They should be in the playoffs.
They won't. As much as I love them, they won't.
That's what I'm saying, though. That's why I don't like Alabama. Right? That's
because Alabama's good in the best conference in football.
Because they lose 2 games, and and you get a team like Cincinnati that should be in there, a team like UCF back in the day that should be in the playoffs. Give these smaller schools a chance. I'm not saying Alabama is not that or extend the playoffs.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can take that.
Take it from 4 to 8, and you get your wish.
Okay, that or extend.
And then we take out half the bowl games,
right? Because no one really cares about the Pinstripe Bowl. No one cares about the Gator Bowl.
There's a Pinstripe Bowl?
I
like the Gator Bowl.
Well, I'm just saying in general. The Camping World game, as much as I love it because I can go down the street to watch it, it's not really a game that I can be like, okay, cool. It's just money you get for your school.
Doesn't the Gator Bowl always have SEC versus Big Ten? I always love that game.
I'm not quite sure.
I'd have to double check. And then I love the Iron Bowl too. So, that's always hello, Boise State, Oklahoma. Like that's
no, but I'm talking over year. But I'm talking in general, not a conference regular season game. I'm talking these other crazy Outback Bowl and the Cotton Bowl. Well, maybe not the Cotton Bowl. But you get these. Classic. But you get some of these other GoDaddy Bowl or these bowls that don't need to be there, but the people have them just to go to them. San Diego, they had a bowl game.
I will say this much. Oklahoma and Texas, which you're going to hate, going to the SEC Texas is going to go from where they're at to being Texas again.
Mm.
I just hope they get a coach because I don't think that coach is going to last that long.
Well,
But Oklahoma needs a real coach. And Lincoln Riley going to USC, now I feel bad for the Oregons and the Stanfords because now they ain't getting them California recruits.
we'll see.
They all know Lincoln.
We'll see.
And
I don't-
UCLA, I don't know how good.
I don't know what Lincoln Riley's going to do because I don't know if he'll stay there.
He's a recruiter. He's going to stay there.
He could pull a Steve Sarkisian and leave and get hired by somebody else.
Okay, but
I'm just
it's
saying.
easier to recruit at USC than it is
Right.
Oklahoma.
Okay. And also Brian Kelly leaving Notre Dame, going to LSU. That was a big shocker because I'm like,
Wait,
why?
did I miss something?
Yes. Brian Kelly left Notre Dame and he's now going to LSU.
Again, easier to recruit at LSU than it is Notre Dame.
Right. My biggest thing is right now is why do you leave at school in the middle of the year? That's the only thing I hate. I hate the fact that they're leaving now. I get you want to recruit.
That's the only reason. That's the
season's
only
not
reason.
even over yet.
Okay, as soon as old boy went to USC, did you know that he got 3 5-star recruits to de-recruit and go to USC already? He's been there how long?
But he shouldn't. They shouldn't be allowed to go there. Now, if he wants to go there at the end of the year when the season is over, go ahead. But you can. I don't care. I don't care even. I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was Chip Kelly and he left. If you didn't get fired, you didn't get fired. You decided to leave to go to another school. But you didn't even
I want to leave one organization to go to a better organization for a better opportunity. That's what it is.
It's the timing of it. It's the timing of it. I don't care he went there. By all means, go there and try to turn that program around. Good luck.
I get what you're saying. Let me just ask you this question. If you got a phone call on your break in the middle of your job to take a job where you're making double, better opportunity, less stress, and they said, hey, we need you to come sign the papers in the next hour, are you leaving your job to take that job?
Yeah, but can I say, can I put my weeks in? Can I finish my weeks? I'm just saying finish your week. Finish the season. Finish the season. That's all I'm saying. Because
sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit. I understand how you feel. I get it. Man, and it was Thanksgiving. I know y'all just had some good biscuits. I mean, Pillsbury, they make some good biscuits. Sometimes you just got to go get it.
All right. Well, we are way over. So
I know, but we missed. And then I just want to say last thing.
Missed the whole week. Yeah, I know.
Big boy, because you and me are here. Have you seen the Spider-Man trailer yet?
Yo, I saw that.
I just saw it today.
Can't wait.
Watching that.
In fact, I'm gonna go watch some Hawkeye because you gotta watch that series too. That is awesome.
Dude. I saw the first 2 episodes, but I saw the first 2 episodes. Now I'm gonna wait for it to finish, and then I'm gonna boom, 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 boom. Because from what I hear today, Echo, we still don't know if Echo is going to be a good guy or a bad guy. And I just learned about Echo today, so let me give you a quick run on Echo. Echo is supposed to be the opposite yet the same version of Daredevil. Daredevil is blind and has all his other senses, go up. Now she's deaf and has all her other senses, but she kind of mirrors the Taskmaster. So she's deaf, but her memory and her sight are linked. So everything she sees, she doesn't need to see it again. She's like the Taskmaster, except in the comics, she's also had the Phoenix Force, which that'd be trippy if they brought the Phoenix Force, but we're talking like 12 movies down the road. But Echo is supposed to be like Daredevil. There's like one of the same.
All right.
I gotta watch. I got a lot of Marvel to catch
Gotta
up.
watch. I got a lot of Marvel to catch up on too. So,
Loki,
other than
son.
that,
Loki started it.
let me see. Other than that was your Marvel portion of the day. Last thing going around. Anything else you guys want to talk about real quick? Lightning lose a heartbreaker after winning 3-0, going up 3-0, lose 4-3. Kings are losing. They lost to the Ducks, and just breaking news: the Heat lost to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but they also lost Bam Adebayo for a while.
Surgery.
So we'll see how that goes. Your Rangers are looking good. Your Knicks are looking decent. Don't make fun of LeBron because he'll get you kicked out of the game. Even though I read what happened and I couldn't agree more, because you do not say stuff like that about anybody.
What did they say?
They basically threatened. They commented about his son, and this being
they got to go.
Sports Daddy TV. I know, big boy, you don't have sons yet or kids yet.
Hey, I got a dog, and I don't like nobody talk about my dog.
You don't do that to Nub. You just don't say anything like that. You don't wish harm on anybody. So act right. That's my 2 takes for you people listening and going to games.
Yeah, if you go to the games, just enjoy the game.
Mm-hmm.
Act right. Stop beating up other people's fans just because you lose. Raider fans. Cowboy fans.
Go ahead, Rashawn.
Stop beating up each other's fans because you lose. Chief fans.
Dodger fans.
And enjoy
Raider
it.
fans.
Enjoy it. Enjoy the games. You pay all that money, you might as well enjoy it. But all right, guys, we are gonna call it evening.
17 minutes. So last thing before we get up out of here. Last thing. Anything anybody want to add?
Last comment, questions, what do you got?
Big boy?
I like yogurt.
That's all. Now we're gonna end with that one. All right.
Big Chief.
All right, folks, we are good. Let's see. What are y'all looking forward to this week other than football? Anything else you guys looking forward to? I mean,
paycheck.
What we got? Paycheck? Golf? Jared golf.
I set up a golf tournament with my church, and it looks like we got about 9 or 10 people to come out and golf and talk about God. So it's going to be nice.
All right. That's very good. All right, guys. So for the guys, this is the Coastal Bros. You guys have a good one. We will talk to you later. See you guys next week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can always follow us on. There it is. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. Also catch in the car with Joey 2 Walls on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts. Looking for a full recap on the Unfortunates after his little break. Also, right now, while you're done with this video, just go on to YouTube right now. We have daddy-daughter picks. We took a week off for the holidays and Thanksgiving, just like we did on here on Coastal Bros, just like we did on Unfortunates. So we are back. Daughter picks. Am I ever gonna get this trophy back?
Right? No.
I don't think so.
I still wish you kept the belt. Okay. I still wish you kept the belt.
Oh, the belt.
I'm partial to the belt.
The belt's here, but
does Little Wolf still have the blue one, or do you have the blue one now?
It's right here. I got them both.
So you're ahead of Wolf on the season.
I got Wolf, but
okay.
The little one, the little chief, she's getting me. So go on right now. Hit that subscribe button. Go to YouTube. Look us up. And we'll be back next week for another episode. Another great filling episode. And we'll find out as far as cases go. Who has this case? Who has that case?
Well, wait, do we have one for this week? I know the ones that we have are for the end of the season.
No, we don't have a case as far as games this week. Nobody has anything. Anybody want to take the Broncos to beat the Chiefs? Anybody?
Why would I do that?
I'm just saying. Anybody want
big boy?
I got the I got the Bengals. Anybody taking Chargers?
I got the Lions to get another L.
All right.
I think the Chargers season is done.
I take the Dolphins, and I'll take the Dolphins. You going on a case on that, big boy?
Dolphins
You
against the
got your
Jets
Giants.
or Dolphins against the Giants?
Guys, I'll take the Dolphins. You want a case on that?
You take the Dolphins?
I'll take the Dolphins. And let's see, I'll take the Dolphins, and I'll take the 4 points.
Green light on it.
Green light.
Ooh,
Hey, and the 4 points, by the way.
Can you give me that bet too?
You got that bet
Sure.
too.
I'll take the Dolphins with the 4 points. So they got to win by 7, 5, 4 or more.
Gucci.
I'll take that bet too.
Green light on that one too.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's our bets.
Okay.
We're gonna try to. We got like about I say 9 more minutes of this show.
Last one. Thursday night.
Hour and a half.
Thursday night.
What about Thursday night? I'm taking the Cowboys.
You taking the Cowboys?
I'll take the Cowboys and the 4.5.
Over who?
Saints.
New Orleans.
I'm taking the Cowboys too.
It's where?
It's in New Orleans. I'll take the points too. Give me the points.
Oh, I'm so close. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
Come on. Green light. You gonna green light it?
Be mischievous, low
I'll take Arizona over Chicago.
No. Give me the 4.5 points, and I will take Dallas over.
Matter of fact, I'll take whoever's playing Detroit.
I already said that joke.
You want the points?
What are we looking at?
7.
That Detroit lose by 7.
Two.
They got to lose by 7 or more.
Who are they playing?
Vikings.
Oh, as soon as you want to bet with my favorite cousin, he usually is that cousin who's drunk. I'll take it. I'll take the Vikings by 7+ points.
All right.
That's a case. One case. Okay. I gotta write this down. All right.
As long as the Lions could lose. If they lose by 3 or under 7, they lose by 6. I'll win. Don't matter.
But Jared Goff has got to throw me a pick 6 in this game. That's where I'm at.
You're gonna lose pick 6 in overtime and lose, and Vikings will win by 6, and I still win. I gotcha. I'll take that bet.
We need to can we get a recap? Because I think me and you, Big Chief, were close. And then I think me and Big Boy are tied at 1 each for the bets on the season.
We'll have to do that off stage. We'll figure.
Yeah, we'll have to do that off in the next week. Okay, so I got the Vikings.
We have to look at all the videos, but I'm pretty sure I'm down 2-1 on you.
Big Chief.
And then is anybody thinking the Jacksonville Jaguars to lose by less than 13?
To who?
The Rams.
Ooh.
The Rams in SoFi. Rams are favored by 13.
Is OBJ going to score again this week?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You going to take that? That's 13.
No. Because the way that defense is playing in LA, OBJ is liable to fumble. I mean, the dude can't run routes to save his life. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm piling it on. The dude's a good route runner. I just don't believe in OBJ as a great wide receiver.
Or does anybody want to take? Anybody want to take the Chiefs and the 10 points?
I'm gonna take my
again. Did you say you green light that?
No. I said I'm gonna take my Rangers winning the next game.
Now, the only reason why I say this is because the Chiefs rarely cover.
Yeah, I know.
Rarely cover.
Aren't they like 0-9 or 1-8 against the spread the last 9 games?
Something like that. Maybe 2 games they won the cover. Like, I did the picks and it's like, are you taking who? No. I'm taking the Chiefs and I'll take the 10 points. But, that's how I lose these games, by the way. Daddy-daughter picks. Does anybody want to take me on the Bills and Pats? Bills are favored by 2.5.
Oh, Joey's gonna hop on that one.
Why you gotta put me out there like that? That ain't even cool. Are you gonna take it?
Y'all. Y'all the ones who's going really high on both these teams.
I got the Patriots upsetting everybody's favorite son, Buffalo. And I say son, never father, because they go to Super Bowls and lose them. They never win.
Dang, man, you have to rehash that from the 90s. I know people still feeling that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Old wounds, huh? Aren't they supposed to heal well?
Nah.
But, wait, that one didn't.
I like the Pats on this one, though. I gotta tell you.
Is it in New England?
No, it's in Buffalo.
Buffalo.
You know what?
That's the only reason why I wouldn't take that bet, because it's in Buffalo.
Because it's in Buffalo, I'll take Buffalo on the 2.5.
Not if it was in New England, I would take New England. I'm not taking New England in Buffalo. They're good enough to win at home, but they're not good enough to win in New England. They can't run the ball.
Okay, so nobody wants that bet. All right, that's pretty much all the bets that I can see. Everything else.
Who do we got for who's San Francisco playing? I thought we missed that one.
I got the Niners. They're playing Seattle.
Okay. I got 49ers because this is the 49ers season right here.
No,
they have to beat Seattle, and Seattle season's pretty much done.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna beat Seattle, and then
by like week, I'll say 4 points they're gonna win.
And then next week is the game between.
Yeah, that's Cincinnati I'm sorry, that is talk about old wounds. Yeah. Do you think Cincinnati and that organization gonna remember anything about what Joe Montana and Jerry Rice did to them in the Super Bowl?
It ain't Joe Montana on this. It ain't Joe Montana and Jerry Rice on the other side. It's Garoppolo. And what's that guy's name? Samuel? Whatever.
Debo. How you get named after somebody who was bigger than Ice Cube? Like, man.
I don't know. Maybe it looks like Debo. But anyways,
when you see him,
he run the ball like Debo.
But all right, so we got to get going. It's 10 o'clock on the East Coast. It's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, so you said Dolphins were 4+ on the spread?
The Dolphins.
Okay, I found this on the web.
Sure you did what you did, Sherry.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're favored. So when it's favored, it's -4, right?
Yeah,
it's -4.
Okay, so -4, and then Vikings are
-7.
-7. You'll call me when he throws that pick 6.
And he could if he throws the pick 6. Just to let you know, it's a tie game. He throws the pick 6 in overtime to win the game.
Yeah, it'll be a 6-point game. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
it's not going to overtime. This is Detroit. They're not going to play Minnesota that close.
They played
Minnesota's top 10 in everything except wins.
Bruh.
You can ask the coach.
Fine.
He'll tell you.
All right, fine. They're up. It's tie game. Last second, it throw a pick 6 in they win.
Okay.
Either way.
No, better your scenario. It's 20-26. And the Lions are driving downfield. And Jared Goff goes back. He tries to throw one. Patrick Peterson. Looks like Patrick Peterson from 6 years ago.
Okay, he picks it off. And then
he receives the punt.
Game over.
And then he takes it all the way back.
And then pick 6 and he goes and he gets tackled, game over.
All right, kids. Not for bed.
We going to bed. We gotta go.
Hey man, I want some of that ramen, man.
That ramen's fire. Right. Naruto, you know what I'm saying? Over there.
All right.
Put that plug in right there. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did hit 1:30.
1:30. We out. We're gonna get going now. 1:30.
All right. So I got 4 bets. Did I miss any?
That's it. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Peace out.
Yes.